Well, ultimately, it's a game that doesn't particularly matter for much, isn't it? Andorra versus Sri Lanka. I'm James Carter, joined by Jack Shepherd in the commentary booth. Not particularly enthused by this one.
Sri Lanka have a very, very small chance of going through, but only if they absolutely smash Andorra
Can they
today.
do that, do you think? I don't see it in them.
I don't think they have the quality.
No, I've not seen it at all in this tournament.
But we have seen some upsets.
We've seen many upsets. I think we've seen more upsets in actual results where you'd expect, which we're not seeing this tournament.
That's very, very true.
I mean, Finland have went out, Latvia have went out. You know, like Solomon Islands are going through. To be honest, the only side that I would say are going through that are actually favoured to go through were Sierra Leone.
All right, yes.
And Mongolia, of course, the winners of the last tournament. And I have to say, they look like the favourites so far.
Yes, Group A, certainly.
And Andorra going out with a whimper again, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Nil points so far. Sri Lanka's there. Brian Lara. He's from West India, isn't he?
Yes.
Obviously not
this
Brian Lara.
This is the home of the Ramesh Ranganathan's family, of course, and other such Sri Lankan people. Angelo Matthews, the famed cricketer. I believe a guy called Dusra is from there as well. Mullalitharan. Good cricketing nation.
They love their cricket.
Many fine cricketing nations at this tournament, isn't there?
Yes. Yes, it is. So, Andorra, Pol Pot, and go.
Come on, Andorra, get you.
Plenty of changes here. Garcia, Vieira, Valles, plenty of new names in this side. San Nicolas, I believe, also new.
Martin San Nicolas, I believe he got sent off in the opening game.
Oh, well, that'd be why then. He's just returned.
He's back into the side now.
Sri Lanka, not many changes there.
No changes at all. Ishan and Mandara and Kumara. Matti Kumara, who scored twice in the last game, I believe.
Yes.
In that 2-2 draw with Azerbaijan. We will get underway in just a moment.
So Kumara, yes, we're on 2. So Andorra are in the red and Sri Lanka are in the blue kits. Andorra on the ball at the minute. Fast pitch today. The ball moving around, zipping around the field.
It is zipping around the field very nicely.
Squeezed out there.
And almost let Andorra in, and that would have been Sri Lanka's dreams over.
Pretty much, yes. Sri Lanka cannot afford to concede a single goal today.
They need to score pretty fast as well.
And the referee wearing red, not helping matters. Handball there.
The challenge. But it is a good challenge in the end. Madru San.
Well headed there.
Hakeem. Shamira. Back to Hakeem.
A dangerous cross in there, headed.
Into the hands of...
Oh, I thought it was going up for a corner.
Francisco Paul. Oh, sorry, Farhan Paul, I believe his name is.
That's correct.
Oh, well, they've let the ball pie past everyone. Matti Kumara now. Into Jamie Bandara.
Hakeem picks it up on the right wing, plenty of space to run into. He's running into it and a whip in there, dangerous. Headed effort.
Oh, and it's only just wide. They've started the game reasonably well, haven't they, Sri Lanka?
Yes.
Matti Kumara, not on target there.
It's a very fast-paced game so far. Very happy to see this.
Yeah, it's been entertaining, somewhat. This level of football. Oh, beautiful little bit of football. Who says if they're playing in the Crap World Cup they can't provide quality? Sanchez. Well dealt with.
Trying to skip past a man.
Dadu man.
Well read.
Mandara gives it away.
Well.
Rifnas. Rifnas will use his pace.
Well found there, Bandara.
Just trying to muscle him off the ball. Unable to.
The pass there. Too much weight on it.
Way too much weight on it. And look at the pan shot to the crowd there. Surrounding their sides in this tournament. Good to see so many fans from these nations coming out and supporting these football matches, isn't it?
Very much so.
And I don't know what he's given a foul there for. Rifnas didn't do much there. Here's Martinez.
Quickly taken.
Victor Rodriguez.
Back post.
Gabriel Riera. Headed away though. Ishan.
Beautiful little pass in.
Martinez, well saved.
Out strength there.
There's a questionable challenge there.
Oh, he left it for no one. Let it roll on into the path of the Sri Lankese. So Ferran Paul couldn't find his man.
Oh, he lobbed it straight over his man there. He didn't want to do that, did he?
Kumara wins it back there.
Sanjeewa. Chamira. Sanjeewa. Back to Chamira. Bandara. Gives it away instantly. Well, apart from that early opportunity, they've not been able to carve anything of note. The Sri Lankese. Martinez. Martinez spins, puts a nice ball in, and
Not good enough, though.
Sujan grabs it. Foul, potentially? No.
Referee hasn't called it.
Referee doesn't think so, and we're at half-time.
Well,
Fiery start to the football match, but neither side able to find that opening. What do you thought about that?
disappointing first half there.
It looked like it was starting off quite well, didn't it?
Yes, it did. But
You just thought maybe if Sri Lanka get that early goal, they're on the road to something good. But
a long road ahead for Sri Lanka.
not today.
3 goals in the second half needed. Andorra, of course, playing for fun today.
So often that they are at these tournaments, they're pretty much out by this stage of the competition, and I have to be honest, their crap World Cup place may be in jeopardy next time. They could perform well at the crap Euros, do you think?
We'll see. Andorra. Well, Andorra with a lion's share of possession, so just no final third quality.
Indeed, no. It would be a shame to lose that flag from this tournament, though, wouldn't it? The Sri Lankan flag.
Oh, the Sri Lankese flag, yes. It's a beautiful flag. It looks very similar, in fact, if you didn't know this, to the flag of Venice, or Venezia, as it's known
Oh, does
to
it?
the
I
locals.
did not know this. I don't know regional flags, I have to say.
Yes, you shall have a look at that one. You'll find the similarities quite sublime. So here they are, Sri Lanka.
Maybe there is some sort of link there between them two regions, because of course Venice was a big port city,
Yes.
and the silk trade would have went through that region, and perhaps into Sri Lanka, the teardrop of India. So I think there is going to be a link.
Oh!
I have to say,
So while you were waffling on there was a beautiful bit of football
there
by
was
Sri
a good
Lanka.
chance there. Very good chance. Yeah. Well, that sort of took a weird spin there.
He's clean through now, Sanchez. Sanchez with the finish!
Wins it for Sri Lanka. That is their tournament over. And I know Andorra's is over as well, but that is a little moral victory for them there, isn't it? Taking the lead in this game.
Yes.
If they were to take a victory home, it would leave them not bottom of the group, would it?
It would probably help their FIFA World Rankings as well.
Yes, their chance to get, well,
To get a seeding, a better seeding.
a better seeding in the actual qualifying tournaments for the actual World Cup.
Yes.
Do you think the crap World Cup can be a
Julie Sanchez.
stepping stone for these nations to actually get into a real World Cup?
Why not? Why not?
I mean, that was what FIFA have introduced it for, is to ensure that. Well, I say FIFA.
So both of these teams now, thanks to that goal, going home.
But that's the thing you look for, isn't it? You know, if you're not going to get through.
Oh, and it's 2.
He's going to walk it in.
Well.
2-0. Well, you've got to go for it, but not like that. And as I say, you've got to take these little moral victories, knocking another nation out of the tournament, ending it as well as yours. You know, that's the best thing you can do if you're going home.
Well hustled there for the goal.
Somebody walks into the net. Why not?
Why not?
Do it.
So that is it. Both teams going home for sure now. Gabby Riera.
But it's good to see Andorra getting there.
They're just desserts.
Chances to win the tournament. Well, win the tournament in their own minds, getting a victory here. That's what it, you know, that's good enough for some nations, isn't it? Getting here, taking part and getting one win. I think if you give that to all the small nations, they will take that massively. And of course, it does always beg the question, what if we've been able to get it together for them other 2 games? Do you think also that the way the fixtures fall for you kind of affects your performance? You know, if Andorra had started with this game and won it, you know, they bring in a bit more confidence into the Azerbaijan game.
I think you're right there, James. I think that's a good point.
It could have potentially ended differently.
Beautiful little tackle there.
Yeah, I thought maybe a foul was going to get given there, but you end up winning the ball cleanly and fairly.
So Ishan.
Josh Ishan.
Oh, trying to curl it in.
Scored there. Bit of an ambitious attempt, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really?
the near post keeper always had that covered. Rumani.
Ramon. Looking a bit like Steve Bruce's son there. Playing for Sri Lanka. I'm glad to see the end of Sri Lanka really in this tournament. Are you?
I like the Sri Lankese, but
I've not been overly entertained.
footballing wise, yes, not good enough. Oh, and it has been a free kick that time.
Yep.
Given late
Right,
by the referee.
What's he going to give here? Tom Roshan.
With the yellow card.
Ooh, disgusting challenge. Would you hit this from here?
No.
Why not though?
I think there's only a select few footballers in the world who could score from this far out, and none of them are at this tournament.
Oh, it can't even be hit. But it can now be. And it's just wide. He's disgusted with that. Martinez.
Well,
And I'll just go clean wide, it did.
I think he did miss it slightly there.
Yeah, he's not happy with that one though. Why are the fans whistling?
Not too sure.
I'm mystified by that. Victor Rodriguez.
Andorra looking for a third now.
Victor Rodriguez. It's headed away. It's going to be an Andorra corner. Them fans are delighted. Looking forward to
The flight,
getting on their
home.
flights home. And they'll enjoy the tournament, well, the rest of it from Andorra, as they have the last 2 editions. Do you think Andorra will ever get out of the group at one of these tournaments?
Who knows?
Well, I mean, you know, the likes of Solomon Islands are going through, of course, and
Yeah, it depends on the group drawing, doesn't it?
other small nations just hooked away.
So the counter-attack here on for Sri Lanka. Meaningless, of course, but they'll want to get their goal to take home to their wives.
They've not been good enough, have they, really?
No.
Stick to cricket.
Stick to click it.
Oh, it's offside.
Always
anyway.
offside. I
He
think
was
it's just,
born offside, I
it's
think.
just shooting practice there for him.
Yeah, there you go. Quite clearly offside.
Oblivious to everyone around him, just trotting offside.
You've got to be aware if you're a forward, don't you? You have to be always on the ball. And this game is nearly over. And thank God for that. Because that hasn't managed a jot. Victor Rodriguez. Sorry?
I haven't heard that phrase in a long while.
What, jot?
Yes. Hasn't mattered a jot. That's a penalty, is it?
It's just outside the box, I believe.
A little bit of action laid on here.
And he got a card, but it doesn't matter, does it? For
Both teams
Connor
going home.
Hakeem. Much of the Sri Lanka team expats. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it now? They're going home. They're no longer involved in this tournament.
I have to say that's a very frugal marking from the referee there. I thought it was much closer to the box, but not to be.
I don't think the referee cares either at this point in time about this football match, really.
So he's going to hit it here. Vieira with the strike off the wall. Wasted.
It was very much wasted. Oh, disgusting. Van Paul tried to come out there.
Free kick given finally.
Martinez gives the free kick away. And there's the yellow card.
Finds
for
himself
him.
in the book, Christian Martinez.
Christian Martinez. Have you been entertained by this game at all?
Not really. No. Oh wow, that was
Good to see Andorra though getting a victory
yes.
to take home to their fans.
That'll help their FIFA world ranking, which is all they care about.
Well, clearly not, because they're quite low down, aren't they?
As long as you're above San Marino.
It's not very hard. Although San Marino have been better than Andorra in this tournament, I would say.
Yes.
They came so close to going through.
He's lining up like he's going to hit this one. Is he not too far out?
Ah, well.
Well, that was always happening, wasn't it?
Tells 1,000 stories in one kick. That Sri Lanka are not good enough. Hushan.
Well, he was clean through.
Can't even score.
How's he made a football team? I could have scored that one.
Anyone could have scored that one.
The pass was inch perfect, and I have to say, one of the best passes we've seen all tournament. But the ball...
It's over.
Well, yes. The referee's gone, I'm not even going to get the ball back. It's just...
What a weird
ended.
end to the game that was.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a whistle, was there?
I didn't hear it, but
I didn't hear it either.
the
Well,
rapturous crowd there.
that will not live long in the memory of Crap World Cup football.
No, it will not.
Andorra 2, Sri Lanka 0. Here at Odromo.
Well, let's just watch these highlights with pace and we'll get out your hair as fast as we can. You probably won't even watch the highlights. You probably clicked off the video by now if you did click on it in the first place.
Well, it wouldn't be a game that I would recommend anyway. Kamara with the header wide, and you know, if that's it went in, we may have been remembering this game for a lot longer than we have been, but of course it was not the opportunity. And then a good save from Christian Martinez, and then this is the goal, I believe, isn't it? Sanchez, what a fine finish. Ultimately ends Sri Lanka's hopes of doing well in this tournament. And then what was the goalkeeper thinking? That was the second time the goalkeeper's made a horrendous mistake, because in the first game he threw it straight to Scatapano. And then there he gives it straight to number 15.
Hard to say what goes through a goalkeeper's mind.
I wouldn't know. I think themselves, they don't even know half the time. Everything's so instinctive when it's that position of the football field.
Yes, James, yes, that's correct.
Well, they're the fans bouncing up and down. Maybe they're excited for their flight home, as we said earlier. I'm not really sure.
A little factoid for you while we leave this game. Over 12,000 kilograms of poo are deposited on Mount Everest every year.
Well, there you go.
Goodbye.